All right, guys, as you can see, we got a project underway here. I have covered this Waterway project in depth in videos past, but if you're new to the channel, I'll just do a quick summary as to what's going on here with this. All right, bear with me. This is kind of a mess. More of a mess than I thought it was going to be. First of all, here's the erosion. You can see how it's washed through here. That's not as bad as it is up along there. Up further, there's, like I say, there's a trench almost knee high. So what a time to be doing this. Anyway, first of all, let's start at the beginning. First of all, April 29th, and we had frost this morning. We had enough frost to coat the windshield. They needed the defroster on your car and frost in the grass. So, like I say, wouldn't do any good planting anything with the frost, this late season frost. Okay, the waterway. I want to try to document this as best I can. I don't know if you guys are going to find it interesting, but I would like to have a video record of this construction project for several reasons. One, I want to make sure that all of the phases of this project are covered and they're documented. Because we're dealing with the government here. All right, so quick summary if you're new. If you want an in-depth explanation as to how this came about or why this got started, I did videos in the past. I think building a waterway, I went well in depth. But anyway, just a quick summary. I did not start this project. I did not initiate it. It was the guy who farmed the place before me. This was his project. He's no longer farming here, and the project was transferred to me. And at first, I wasn't going to do it, and then I wanted to try to stop it just because I figured it was going to be more problems than it was worth, but it didn't matter. The county conservation district said if I wanted to cancel the project, I'd be responsible to pay. There's penalties and fines and all that kind of stuff. So, hey, isn't that a nice treat for the one guy starts the project and then isn't here and now gets transferred to me. And if I want to quit it, I have to pay the fines and penalties. So we're going ahead with it either way. Would it have taken this project to fix what's going on here? Probably not. There were some other fixes that could have been done rather than ripping the whole thing up here. And I'm not exactly, I should have read my description of the project better. I will do that. But we'll get to see it unfold here. I think there's some mats going in here, some anti-erosion mats, some stone, and some grass. The county assured me that this isn't like the CREP or the programs that only let you rotocut it once a year. They said that you can make the hay on the waterway if you want to, which waterway grass isn't known for high quality hay, but I don't know. I don't know what the finished project is going to be. So far, it's a mess. I mean, it's a construction site, I understand. But what I'm concerned about now, and I told the excavating company I no-till, so I can't have vehicles tracking through the fields. One of my concerns was like bulldozer tracks and loader tracks. He brought there's a dozer up there, dozer, crawler, loader. Which that isn't going to compact. Those wide tracks aren't going to compact it as much as like the tractor trailer lowboy that he brought it on. Anyway, we got all these dirt piles out in the field. And you know, some of this is some pretty rich, I mean, that is some pretty nice looking topsoil. The contractor said what he likes to do when he's done with the project, all the extra dirt, he likes to just spread it around the field and level it off. And I'm not seeing many rocks in this stuff either. So you see what the soil is versus the black topsoil. I don't know if this is going to be an improvement here. Probably it's going to take a year or more. This is going to be corn this year, and it's probably going to not be, I can't say it's going to be the greatest crop with all this going on here. I'm not sure. Oh, I should have done my research before I started shooting a video, but we're going to go along with this. This isn't going to be a once and done thing. This is going to be a video series probably. We'll be able to follow through. I'm going to get my paperwork out tonight and kind of go through all the phases. But he started by digging this trench up through here. It goes all the way up, and we got some dirt mounds over there. There's some clay in here. That's what I'm worried about, putting subsoil on top of a field and then trying to farm on top of subsoil. We'll see. I'm not going to say a whole lot until I see what the finished project is. The guy, the excavator, the contractor, he is very well known in the area. He's done a lot of conservation projects, and I've seen his work, and he does a very nice job. I mean, the finished product is nice. You can't even tell he was there when he was done. He's got all kinds of equipment. And he did one of those cattle crossings in the creek. You know, you have to have, I don't know how regulated you are in other states or other countries, but if you're going to have cows in a pasture and they cross the creek, you have to have a walkway for them so it doesn't cause erosion. Again, you guys know me. I'm not an environmentalist to an extreme. But on the other hand, a lot of my dirt is gone here. So let's go to another area and get another view of what's going on here. Okay, so this is some of the erosion issues from our 6 foot or more of rain that we had this year. Try to give you some perspective here. Here's my hand in this ditch. I don't know how well, it's hard to see it when it's not 3D. But you can see, and this is a second year no-till field of no-till, but no-till's not going to solve all the erosion problems, especially when you have the amount of rain that we had. It's no better so far with 2 years of no-till down. It's no better and it's no worse than when it was a tillage field. It's the same. If this was corn, I could possibly see it being less eroded, and if it was cover cropped, it might be a little bit less eroded. But I just want to show this on camera and just demonstrate this. I mean, you get that much rainfall, it is what it is. So this is part of what this Waterway project down here is supposed to help with. I don't know if it will or not, but that's what's going on. All right, so I'll talk while I take you along for a ride. I'll try to yell. I don't know how well you're going to hear me, but anyway, this project was started in 2014 already, and we're in 2019 now. And some of that has to do with the weather. Since I took over, it's been weather-related delays. 2017 you weren't getting in here, and 2018 you certainly weren't getting in here because it is lowland, it is wet. Let me drive up a little bit more here yet. Okay, so this ditch here, I think I showed you guys over the winter, this ditch here was not dug. This ditch was erosion. This washed, and on camera it's hard to see the true depth of the ditch here. Oh my goodness. It's waist high on me, and I'm 6 foot 2 inches tall, and it's waist high that I can stand in this ditch that this eroded. All this ground is gone. And if you look at the soil here, this is some pretty nice looking topsoil. It's not, the clay is down. It basically eroded itself down to the clay. So this bottom land here, if it has 3 foot of topsoil, that's not bad. But I am worried about all the clay. Yeah, there's some big rocks in there. He'll have to get out of the field. But there is some clay in this dirt that he's going to be spreading out over the field, or so he says, and the clay is not going to grow corn, but we'll see. He's a farmer himself, so he's not going to be the type of guy that's going to hopefully leave me with a mess. But anyway, we're up here. You see, this is more of the trench where he went around this tree here. By rights, that tree ought to get out of here. I know it's holding the ground, but you can't mow. Next thing you're mowing around a tree when you're trying to maintain this waterway, I don't know. So I'll give you the view up to here. That's where we got today. So this is day 1 of the Waterway project. Like I say, I think it's going to be a... See, this area here, there was nothing I could do with the past 2 years that I've been farming here. This is so soggy and wet in here. Even if I were to borrow my neighbor's rotocutter and maintain it a little bit, I would have been stuck. I did come up here in the last year in the spring, and it was that wet I was going to try to spray it with 2,4-D to take care of the like sticker bushes and the small trees, and no good. I could not get in this ground. It's just like a sponge, and you sink like a rock. So it's supposed to go up. You see the loader all the way up there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I can't see my screen, but Anyway, so I couldn't even maintain this. So I'm thinking once this is all said and done, I don't know if it's going to be any easier to maintain or if this is just a, I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions too. But for day one, this is what they got done today. So I'm going to document this. I'm going to follow it along. We're going to walk through the steps here of the government spec on a conservation waterway. So I don't know. We'll see if it works. 90% of the problem was it all slopes this way. I think I said this before. It all slopes this way, and the fields are lower than the old waterway. And to fix it, you would have had to dig out a trench. But the problem is, if you just dig out a trench, then you're left with something that looks like this. So I don't know if lining this with rock and those anti-erosion mats is going to make a difference or not, but we'll see. Like I say, I wish this would have been done in the fall, but there was no getting here in the fall. It's just, it is what it is. It's another thing on the list. And it's overdue, and it's got to get done or I'm going to be in trouble. Like I say, I would have loved to cancel this project, but I'm not big on paying somebody else's fines, and that's how it works, I guess. Learn that after the fact. So all right guys, I'll end the video there. This is pretty much just what it's just a hole in the ground, trench. Should be easy digging here. There's no rocks, some nice topsoil, so we'll see. I'll part 2 will be the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.